Alrighty everybody, welcome back to Culz Checks Out and our final day of Jurassic June 2025, as well as only a couple days to the official release of Jurassic World Rebirth, the movie in theaters. And of course, we're going to pack today full of lots of reviews, so we hope you guys are looking forward to all of those. Now, wasn't going to do these, but they're massive. It's kind of unknown, and I want to get the Spinosaurus, so I got a couple. My fear is I'm going to get 3 of the same one, and none of them will be Spinosaurus. Now, if I get Spinosaurus and 2 other ones, it's cool. Or old Spinosaurus, even better. Definitely fine with old Spinosaurus, but not 100% sure what we'll get. Obviously, you can't tell till you open it. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to do some, I guess, unboxing of these eggs, and hopefully see what we get. Alright, so my daughter said let's do the middle one first, so we will be doing this one first, so stay tuned, let's get to it. Alright, so I guess a little quick overview of what the eggs themselves look like. They are gray in color, as you can see all the way around. They do have the Jurassic logo on the back right there. And as you can see, includes a dinosaur, a mystery dinosaur of sorts. Though you know the options, one of which is a Spinosaurus, so hopefully we get that. It also comes with a collector's card, harkening back to what we got back in the early Kenner days. And you got some extra stuff: jungle, moss, slime, prehistoric sand, aqua gel. So I'm guessing aqua gel comes with the Mosasaurus, prehistoric sand maybe with the Spinosaurus, jungle moss I'm guessing with the Tyrannosaur, but we'll find out. Also comes with some sticker sheets. Right here it says dig through jungle moss, aqua gel, and prehistoric sand to find your supersized surprise dino. You also got this eye here, which opens and closes depending which way you're looking at it. It will open and close like that. Up front we got the Jurassic World Rebirth logo, Captivz, build and battle, 8 surprises inside, that cool Spinosaurus, and the barcode if you need it there. Alright, so we're going to open it now. Let's see what we got. Alright, it looks like we got 3 things. Oh, I guess it comes with everything. The moss slime, which you can see it's already the Mosasaurus. It looks like we got there. Yep, there's the Mosasaurus tail in there, which means we got to dig through all of that to get there. And then the sand, which is looking like it's going to have the head in there. So let's show you what we got. It looks like we got the Mosasaurus in the first pull. No Spinosaurus yet, but we're going to keep on trying. Alright, so here's the Captivz card. You can see the Mosasaurus attacking the boat from the film. Jurassic World Rebirth Mosasaurus there. Some really fantastic art. And like I said, it harkens back to those old cards we get back in the day. 3 Ella. And I'm guessing I mean elements, 1 adventure, because obviously they're going for air, sea, and land. Mosasaurus being the sea one, conquer every domain. You also get stickers, and I'm not sure, again, if they're all the same in every packaging. But we see we get a Mosasaur, we get a little Titanosaur drawing up there, as well as the Titanosaur here and the Rex. We got the Spino below. The Jurassic logo made up of all the dinosaurs, kind of similar to what we saw in the Dr. Pepper can. We got the Aquilops Dolores, the Titanosaur again, and the Quetz, as well as the Jurassic World Rebirth sticker there. Alright, so we are on to egg number 2. Let's see what we got inside. Oh, there we go. Pull number 2 is the one and only Spinosaurus. Pretty excited. So pretty awesome to get that on the back. Hopefully that means that next one we're getting is the Rex. I guess there's a chance we get a duplicate. But it would be really cool to get a Rex one. And again guys, the sticker's just the same as what we saw previously. So pretty excited that we were able to get a Spinosaurus one. And here you can see one of the Spinosaurs on the shore there with another in the distance in the water with the boat in the background. Again, up top it says Captivz, Jurassic World, and Spinosaurus. Here we see another of the artwork, a little bit different than what we've seen usually promoted, though it is on one of the Dr. Pepper cans, which if you guys haven't seen any of those, we've done little shorts on every single one, so make sure to go check them out if you are interested in those. So now we are on to our final one. Will we get the Rex and finish the collection, or will we need to go get more to get that Rex? Let's find out now with the opening of this one. What a pull, guys. Look at that. Somehow, out of sheer dumb luck, there was 3 on the shelves, and we pulled all 3 of them. I can't believe it. That is sheer dumb luck, guys. Sheer dumb luck. And up top, you guys see the continuation of the Elements word with the Tyrannosaur right there, and the Spinosaur tail in the background. Pretty cool. Up top, we see Captivz. We see the Rex there going through the water. A little bit different of a scene than what we got in the movie. Looks like different characters there. Like it looks like the 3 main leads, not the family. And then it says Jurassic World Rebirth and T-Rex. So now I guess comes the hard part, digging these out of the sand and the goo and the moss and showing you guys what they look like once they're put together. Alright, so there they are, all 3 cards. Really still flabbergasted that, again, just kind of out of sheer dumb luck, was able to get all 3 of them in one pull. Luckily, they had 3 in stock, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get 3, and hopefully 1 is the Spinosaurus. So to not only get the Spinosaurus, but to get all of them, just really cool. What I'm going to do now is flip it over so you can see how the cards connect, because they do connect together with a picture on the back. And here it is. You can see now 3 elements is spelled out correctly, and the Spinosaurus is together, because you can see its tail and its claws on the bottom of the Rex one there. But super, super cool. So now, let's get the figures out and I'll show you what they look like. Alright, so yeah, each part of the body comes in a different one. So the sand is going to be the head of the creature. In this case, we're starting the Mosasaurus because it is the first one that we opened. In the water portion is going to be the tail of the creature. So you can kind of see the Mosasaur one there. And in the moss is the body. And it just looks so messy. It's going to be quite messy. So I'm going to show you guys once it's completely out of this. Alright, so we got the sand portion, and it is a mess, but luckily it seems to be coming off. It's very, very sticky. But I don't know if they kind of put the figures in something so that they don't stick as bad. Oh, look at that. It's fighting to keep it, doesn't want to give it out. Alright, so now we got to get the body, which is in the, just the slime. It is very gooey. Just got pulled out. Oh, and that's fighting. It looks like Goober. I think that was that movie, right? Goober? Alright, you can see it's coming off kind of easy. Alright, then the last one is the gel, which is, it's pretty hard. It feels just like a bar of soap. It looks like it can just come out here. Nice and easy. Look at that. Nice and easy. Easiest one so far. I like that. Not too bad. Now we are onto the Spinosaurus, which same thing. I gotta get out of the sand, which is probably the most difficult one. It does kind of come off easy for a bit, but then you gotta like really fight it. Yeah, look at that. It's just like holding on. So I will be back in a second. Alright, to get the body now. Again, it's just super, super slimy. And then finally the tail, once again, it's in this soap-like substance, so should be pretty easy to get out. And then finally back to the sand, the last one, thank goodness. Definitely going to be my least favorite one to dig them out of. Just so sticky, but it's the head of the Rex, so yeah, you can see it starting to get out. Put up a fight a little bit, yep. It's going to be another one where it takes a little bit of time to get it all off. Look at that. The final body, And then the final tail portion, which is really, actually no, on the bottom side. It's right there, so it should come out again nice and easy. We got the tail, body, and head of the Mosasaurus. We got the tail, body, and head of the Spinosaurus. And head, body, and tail of the Rex. So let's get them together and I'll do a little bit of a review of all of them. Alright, so the figures themselves are super easy to put together. Connect it from here to here. Then of course you can turn it so it matches up. And then same with the head, just pop it in and you're all good to go. Alright, so I have never actually collected these figures. I just thought it'd be kind of fun, and like I've said many times, anytime a Spinosaurus is involved, I'm like, let's check it out, see if we can get it. And luckily, like I said, just pure dumb luck that we got all three of them in a 3-egg try. I was really just hoping to get the Spinosaurus, so I figured the more I got, the better. And luckily, like I said, got all three, which is fun because then I can show you guys what they all look like. This one's pretty nice. It is obviously inspired by the Jurassic World Rebirth one. I'm not sure if they did a Fallen Kingdom one or anything like that. It's definitely in a pose that we've seen the Fallen Kingdom one in before, but again, like I said, more in the coloration that we know from the Rebirth one, as well as it's got those little scoots that we've seen pop up, and if you've seen the film, they're definitely very prominent. It does have its tail fluke on the back, which I know some people thought meant Megalodon in the film, but it doesn't because it's just the tail fin. You can see actually some nice scaling throughout the tail and body, which is really kind of nice because even though they are bigger than I thought, I mean, there it is compared to my hand, still not super big, so the amount of detail is pretty cool. As you can see, all the teeth are painted, and it actually kind of sculpted nice. Kind of weird up front, like I don't know if there's supposed to be some, if mine's damaged or something like that, but mine is missing teeth on the front. And it does have the teeth on the inside upper jaw, though they aren't separately painted, they are just the color on the inside of the mouth. We can see the eye here is a golden color, and then the underside is white, and it's kind of got those lines that you see from like baleen wells on the bottom. It's a kind of interesting detail. And then the front flipper is bigger than the back and more kind of well shaped. You can just see the difference there. But overall, pretty cool little figure. Next up is the one that obviously I was looking for, so really neat that on at least the second try was able to pull it and see getting multiple eggs worked out, because had I just gotten one, it might have just been the Mosasaur one or the T-Rex one, so glad we got the three. As you can see, the body is in like a horizontal position, not a vertical, but not quite knuckle dragging like we saw in 2014, though the figure itself has to stand kind of like that on its hands, just because it is so top heavy. But you can see it has some nice detail. It's got some scoots along the back, and of course it's got the updated tail. It just looks really cool and really awesome that we got this in a Jurassic film. You can see it does kind of have those protrusions on the top of the cell, though not quite as in line with the actual like bones as the bigger figures were, but again, it's a smaller figure, so it's harder to get some of those details lined up. We can see on the bottom there are skin folds, and it is like a tan color, with the overall body being this dark brown, very similar to the tail thrashing Spinosaurus. And then it's got the orange striping coming down from the top this time, and it does run all the way to the tip of the tail, so really nice painting on this. A little bit better than what we got even on the big Mattel figures. Now the eye is yellow again, and we can see it does kind of have that notch, or at least the way the teeth are sculpted implies it has the notch that Spinosaurs are known for. You can see even the nostril is sculpted. The teeth aren't like sculpted separately like the Mosasaur, they all are kind of just together, but they are painted white and at least kind of look like they are separate. But yeah, you can see that notch a little bit better from the front. Definitely looks like the photo of it popping out of the water. And you can see even like the tongue is sculpted. All inside is pink, and it's got the orange striping on the head and neck. So let's get to the Rex. And then the final figure is the T-Rex, which is painted a little bit more like what we see in the new Rebirth film, though the sculpt is the Rex that I know you can get in other Captivz figures. There was the, I don't know what lineup it was, but it is the green Rex. It was on sale at the Walmart when I was getting this one. So it's like this, just different coloration, but I like the coloration here. You could get away with saying maybe it's even like the doe, but it's definitely supposed to be the Rebirth one. It's got some nice coloration on the head and some decent detail. It's kind of a weird like painting or just coloration scheme. It looks like it's been like printed on, if that makes sense. But you can see we got some pink in the mouth with the tongue separately sculpted, as well as the teeth are separately sculpted in the Rex. From the front, it is a not super cross-eyed, kind of looking at you, so not too bad. Again, the front of the mouth, not a lot of teeth, and I don't know if that's just because of how they are packaged. Maybe they get damaged and stuff like that. But it looks like a Jurassic Rex. You can see even its arms, nicely detailed. They all have a Jurassic logo on the bottom. This one I think is the best of them. As well as you can see kind of some detailing on the bottom of the feet and scales on the tail and stuff. Overall, super cool little figure. So yeah, overall there's a look at, luckily, all three of the Captivz figures you can get from the giant eggs. They're all really cool and much bigger figures than I had expected. So the detailing and just the look of them are pretty nice. They kind of remind me of those little ones we got from Hasbro for Jurassic Park 3. So if I had those not packed in storage, I could give you a comparison. Maybe at some point if you guys want. We'll go in more depth on a lot of Jurassic stuff, but because it's Jurassic June, thought we would hit some more figures before the month is officially over, and these are really cool. I do recommend it. It's kind of fun, and like I said, it is kind of best luck which one you're getting. So far as I know, there's not a way to tell which figure is which in the egg. They all have kind of the same barcodes and stuff, but hey, if any of you guys know, let people know in the comments below, but it's kind of the fun of the chase. But until next time, guys, for more Culz Checks Out, click that link to your left. For more about us here at Culz Paranormal, click that link to your right. And don't forget to hit that like and give us a subscribe. And let us know, have you collected any of the Captivz figures in the past? And are you planning to try to get any of these three? Tell us in the comments below.